Hi guys, this is
Yay.
Jasmine.
And I'm Vision Sky, and we're back with episode 3 of season 3. So, yeah,
The lucky number.
Nice.
we're here today with the co-founders of Baby Tress. So, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'll go
I'm
first.
Shannon. Okay, go ahead.
I'm Hannah, and I'm CEO, co-founder of Baby Tress. So I don't even know what to say. I have a background in, I've been working in the hair beauty space for a while now, and I actually started a marketing agency back in 2017, which is how Shannon and I ended up working together and starting this new business. I'm also a dog mom.
Oh, so cute.
So cute.
And yeah, that's pretty much my life.
And I'm Shannon. I'm the creative director, and I oversee all of our marketing and storytelling and all of that kind of stuff. But Hannah and I collaborate on new products and things like that. So we both have our roles, but it's just us two. So it's a lot of things to do. And I don't know. I'm not good at talking myself up. So yeah,
we should have introduced each other.
I don't live in New York anymore. So Hannah and I met in New York, but I've since moved to. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Well, yeah. Yeah, I have a background in PR and social media. But I really love, telling stories and being creative and being a little weird at times. So
yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
And for our audience, for those who don't know, Baby Tress, they have this pretty innovative tool. I actually have it next to me. The edge styler, which it's like an upgrade from a toothbrush, and I started using it in December, my edges,
I noticed.
yes, they look great.
I hope we made you guys proud. But yeah, it's like a 3
yes.
tool. It's in Nordstrom, Dawskill. I've seen it. Other hair stores, and I think it's really cool. I've never seen anything like it before. I've always used a toothbrush, but like I said, this is an upgrade. So can you tell us a little bit how that came to be, or we could start with Mama Tress first.
Sure. So Mama Tress is a marketing agency that I had started in 2017, and our clients at the time were hair companies, hair brands, beauty supply store hair brands, to be specific. And because our clients were in the hair space, one day we were brainstorming ideas for a new brand that one of our clients was launching, and we were thinking about creating branded swag items to give away, and we were thinking okay, what about a tool for styling your edges? And at the time back then, there weren't any tools that were well designed and specifically designed for your edges. Most people that we know, if not everyone that we know, including hairstylists, were using a toothbrush. So we just kept talking about this idea that we had. We actually never ended up making it for our client because that campaign never came about, but we just kept talking about it casually, talking about it to our friends, and everybody kept validating this idea. Oh, wow, I already got into Baby Tress. Yeah, so we had no intention of starting another business, but we kind of felt compelled to create it because we were thinking, if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? Like, are we gonna just sit around and wait for someone to come out with something better? Or like, are we gonna just do it ourselves? Because we had a very specific vision for what it would look like and what the branding around it would be. So yeah, that's how we got started. Serendipitously.
Yes. And so, I guess it's considered a niche, because like it's really hard, before Baby Tress, it was hard to like find those kinds of tools, you know. So I guess my next question would be how important is it for like, women of color like yourselves to create, a beauty product?
Yeah, I'll take that one. So when we first were having this, these conversations that Hannah's mentioning and like brainstorming for our clients, we were always talking about like the target consumer is mostly Black women, but women of color. The conversation was always about just the way that the space was and always has been. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been in a beauty supply store and you know that experience and how it doesn't match the effort and the time that we spend on beauty, whether that's nails or hair or whatever. And so when we created this tool, it was just really important for us to make something that women of color would want to use, but that they deserve to use. I mean, why are we still using toothbrushes, Not, toothbrushes have worked for forever, but when you pull a toothbrush out of your bag, it's like a dirty little toothbrush. It's not the same as when you pull out like a tool that's designed for what you're using it for. And we know that women of color deserve that. So like Hannah was saying, if we didn't do it, like who was going to do it? And it was very important to us. The consumer is like paramount.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that Shannon and I have been talking about lately is how we want to create products that reflect this woman of color who has been neglected by the beauty industry for so long. Things have been changing now, and it's amazing and it's great to see. But from day one, we were always like, why is it the way that it is, and can we do something about it?
Right. And I remember the first time I saw you guys, it was at Showfields. It's like a pop-up.
Wow.
Yeah. And I noticed like the flyer, and
Wow.
one of the girls on the flyer, I believe her name is Anzi.
Yeah.
I actually met her like a couple months before that, just like randomly. So it was like really cool. It was like, oh, like Anzi, and, Baby Tress. So then I started like looking at you guys, and then Vision and I went to Envision Fest.
Right.
And you guys were there also. So it's just
my God.
It was like a full circle thing. But
wow, this is awesome.
yeah.
Totally.
I had no idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are great events.
It was amazing. Yeah, that's how actually how we met, Vision and I.
Really?
Yes.
At Envision?
Yes, we met at Envision Fest. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. What a connection.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was great. Envision Fest was really awesome.
Oh, yes, yeah.
To have another one this year, but who knows?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But I know I was like telling Jasmine a bit earlier how I love the design of the Baby Tress edge brush that's so like sleek yet multifunctional. Like it's not just the brush part, like there's a little comb type of thing on the back. And of course it's like rat's tail, so you can really get it laid. So yeah, that was like telling Jasmine that. That's like, oh, it's such a great design.
Thank you. Like it was literally words out of our team. Is the Mama Trust team is very diverse, and it was just like everyone was kind of saying like, oh, I wish it was like this or this or this, and like we just kind of formed it with our words, and
Yeah, it was very organic.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually I follow some of the members without realizing. Yeah, a Mama Tress. What's her name? Nicole.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I follow her and Shanice.
Oh,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Shanice.
Shanice. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, Shanice isn't on the team anymore, but she's
Okay.
one of our founding team members actually. So yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to Shanice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love how, like, New York in general, like, you can connect with everyone, at any time, and just like a small circle of people.
Totally.
It's a small world, actually. I
Yeah.
mean, just like how we're all together right now after, it's been a whole year of, COVID, and we've definitely encountered each other before. It's funny.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I remember at Envision Fest, when you guys had the little setup, like that was my first time like buying the product. But I purchased it for one of my friends, and she still
Oh,
swears by it too. She loves it.
God. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, that's so sweet. It's always really like humbling to hear like when people have first been introduced to Baby Tress, because in
Yeah.
our mind we're like, we're on one end of it, and so like meeting people who like get the vision, like it's really special, because when we first launched we didn't know if anyone was actually going to connect to it, or if it was just like a crazy idea we had.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, Vision, were you gonna say something?
Oh, sort of with the connecting part, like how you guys were saying, even in these times, we're still able to like meet up. So we met up beforehand. We're still able to like, meet up even though it's virtually. So kind of, sort of, I guess, how would that like connect to what more are you going to build? How are you going to connect to people more so now, especially with like virtual being a bigger option? So it's like, how are you guys going to try and like grow more?
I mean, in the last
Good question.
year, I mean, since COVID happened last March, like I had no idea what was going to happen, but throughout, especially in the beginning from like March throughout the summer, it's like Shannon was hosting or participating in a lot of Instagram lives or virtual conversations, and like we definitely spent more time focusing on digital marketing, which in a way was like great because it allowed us to just kind of focus on one thing instead of having to do a lot of different things. And I mean, moving forward, once more people can get vaccinated and places start opening up again, we're looking forward to doing more events. And yeah, Shannon, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think before everything happened, I mean, we had a lot of things in the works that we wanted to do in real life, like that didn't get to happen. And because of all the events we had done in the past, some of which like you guys have been to, like we know how important it is to like have true FaceTime with people. So not being able to do that for a full year and like doing a lot of like virtual stuff. And I've heard the same sentiment from teachers that I know, where it's like, you're doing all of this work on the back end, but then like the engagement, it's kind of there, but like it's not there in the same way. So I myself have a much larger appreciation for in real life events. I mean, they're very stressful, don't get me wrong, but the payoff, it's much more sensory. So I'm looking forward to like things like perhaps it'll be some sort of nice hybrid, right? Because it is also nice to like not have to fully get ready when you're like doing an event, but it's important. It's super important. So as soon as like, I don't know who we're waiting for the okay from, but like as soon as it's okay, like we have a few ideas in the works actually. So yeah, just can't plan too far ahead because tomorrow anything could happen.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel
Well,
like
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like especially, I mean, I think timing wise, we were really lucky because at least we had been around for a little over a year. So people knew about us and were telling their friends about us. But
Mhm.
our product, the Baby Tress Edge Styler, is definitely something you have to, I think, seeing how it works in person, or having your hair done, your baby hairs done by a stylist, like that, like makes such a difference. Because when you see a picture, or I mean a video helps, but if you see a picture on Instagram, it's different. You can't really, and especially if you're new to styling baby hairs, right?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, I was actually, Shannon, I was looking at your picture on Nordstrom, with a photo of you, and I was like trying to mimic that too, but it was a lot harder than I thought.
It literally, it just takes practice. I mean, I've been doing my edges like off and on throughout my life. But like it was always super simple. Like my mom and we like when it comes to edges, it was always very simple. Like you're just kind of tidying up the look, right?
Yeah.
So when we first started talking about edge styling, I had a toothbrush, of course, but like I wasn't doing swirls and things like I do now because I couldn't really figure it out. Like I mean, I also wasn't dedicating the time to it, but like a toothbrush just doesn't, like, with the edge styler, it has like all the pieces you need just like right there. So like once we have like a true prototype where I could actually start playing around, that's when I started to get creative and like I figured out how to work my edges. Like it's really just about practice and knowing your hair. That's really it.
And the
So
gel
just
too.
the gel is a big factor as well. Like knowing how to layer different products as needed, like knowing which products work best for different styles. That's
Mhm.
also a big part of it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know you guys like highlight the different gels on your Instagram, like pomade,
Mhm.
or eco styler, what gel works best.
Mhm.
So using that, I was able to like buy the it's called I think it's like Edge Booster.
Mhm.
That's the
Mhm.
one that I
Mhm.
use, and I feel like it works well with my hair versus other brands like Murray's or something like that.
Mhm. Well,
I
I'll tell
think.
you, I mean, I have basically every single edge
Oh,
control like right here at my desk, and I use them all interchangeably. And honestly, it really comes down to knowing like textures on it. Like so like a style factor edge booster, like you're mentioning,
yeah,
that's more of like a waxy pomade.
yeah.
And then sometimes it's cool to like layer that with like a jelly type so that it's like more flexible while you're swooping, and then maybe it gives you a little bit more hold, or like maybe you need to spray it afterwards to set it. So yeah, like just like knowing the consistencies, because a lot of edge gels, like the gels themselves haven't changed since edge controls have been a thing, right? Like Let's Jam, I'd say it was like the first like pomade that I knew about. And then of course there's like Pro gel and whatever, but now it's Eco Styler gel. Like so the brands kind of change, but the consistencies ultimately stay the same. So there's that, and then there's just watching for or knowing what key ingredients you want, like castor oil is something that women of color have always used for thicker, fuller edges. So like maybe looking for an edge control that has that, or maybe like a tea tree oil or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm taking mental notes.
That is really
Yeah.
good to know. It's really good that you utilize the page to not just like advertise your brushes, but to also like help women or just people in general pick which edge control could really help with them. I know for me, one of them that works is oars, but other than that, I'm just kind of like, nothing gonna keep these edges down. So it's really cool
Yeah.
that you utilize your social media to show different products.
Oh.
I keep muting myself when I don't talk because it's like started raining. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I got loud over here. So I'm like, I don't want to awkwardly move.
It's all good. It's all good. I was gonna say though, when you were mentioning like oars works for you, but like nothing else, like don't be afraid to layer things. Like maybe oars works well, and then maybe you can like put some sort of like freeze spray or like a stronger hold, like a got to be or something, like a little bit of it on top just to like seal it a little.
Right.
And then also using a silk scarf or satin scarf, excuse me, like once you're done laying them down, like tie them down for a few minutes. Like that's another like little trick that like hairstylists like swear by, because it, once you got it in there, like you got to set it, and then
Right.
and then you'll be late all day.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tips. So going back to selling in stores like Nordstrom. I love Nordstrom, by the way. They're like my favorite retailer. I used to work for them,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
just as a in the kids department, just like cashier kind of thing. But I love like their clothes, like all their products and stuff like that. So it's really cool that you guys were able to secure that partnership. So are you able to tell us like how that came about?
Yeah, I mean, they reached out to us.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, this is going to be an audio podcast, but you guys can tell we're a multicultural team. So Nordstrom, last year, we saw like the social political climate that was happening, partially with Black Lives Matter, and then it was like an explosion of things happening, and a lot of brands are pledging. There's like the 15% pledge, and there are like all these different pledges and initiatives that brands or retailers were launching. And like I really think it's like our followers and our fans and just people who love our brush, and it's kind of a word of mouth thing. And I think they just heard about us around that time, because there were a lot of lists going on. A lot of people were like shouting us out like in stories and stuff like that. And I think just the right people, like our name got in front of the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they reached out to us because they were doing this campaign around inclusive beauty. So it was BIPOC owned or founded brands being like featured in a section in their store. And then, I mean, so far it's been going really well. And I mean, I'm hoping that like we continue to grow with them. But yeah, Nordstrom is great. They did like a big, I mean, the one in New York City and Manhattan, they did like a big like exhibit like honoring other like Black like artists. So like every floor in the department store had like a exhibit featuring different Black artists, and it was really, really impressive.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like the whole, they have like a new setup now, I think, and there's even more brands of color there. So if you're in New York City, definitely check that space out.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't been in a long time, like to the actual physical storefront there, off of Columbus Circle, right? I haven't been to that one in a while, just because pandemic. But like, still, that's really cool. I remember seeing like last year, like different companies shout out brands and things like that, and influencers shout out brands. So that's really awesome. You guys were a part of that.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel, it was a great opportunity for us.
Would you like look to expand further, like with other retailers?
You're just about to ask that.
Yeah, totally.
What other brands or stores would you want to collab with?
I mean, as far as retail partnerships, of course, we'd love to be in like Sephora or an Ulta. And then also like different like up and coming retailers, like 13th and Loon. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. We actually are in a lot of indie beauty supply store retailers now that are owned by women of color, which is such an amazing community. So of course, like expanding our audience there too, and working with other women of color founders. And then we have like our like dream store. Like it'd be super cool to like collab with Net-a-Porter.
Oh yeah.
Or like Kith, like something just really fun and cool. Like
I could see it, the vibe.
Definitely see y'all in Ulta. And speaking of like collab and partnerships, just kind of want to get a bit deeper in you guys' partnership. Like we know how you guys like met and came up with the idea, but how do you guys kind of balance working together or like coming up with other ideas, or how many arguments do you guys have? Not
I
deeper
mean,
in your work relationship.
I really like that question a lot. I don't think anyone's ever asked us this before. I think while Shannon and I met through a mutual friend of ours, and we started like very casually working together. She was a freelancer for our agency for some time, and then we ended up working together full time. And I think at the same time, like our friendship kind of grew, we just grew closer naturally because we share a lot of the same values. And a lot of similar, we share a lot of the same interests outside of work. Like, you know, Shannon used to, or I don't know if you're still doing it, but she used to she had a vintage shop.
Restarting soon.
Restarting? Okay, good, because
yeah.
that was great. And we also just like have an appreciation for like beautifully designed objects. You know, we will share, you know, Instagram posts with each other of like cool things that we see. And I think when it comes to like working together, it always comes down to like mutual respect. And also like Shannon and I, our roles are kind of, we have very separate roles, and then there are some things that we do together, but it's like, you know, I trust Shannon with everything consumer facing, everything marketing, creative, and I vice versa. Like Shannon will trust me with like the logistics, the operations, things like that. And outside of that, it's like constant, like a lot of communication. And it could be as casual as like hey, look at this Instagram post, like I really like, I don't know, the layout of the design, to us like, you know, hopping on a call and, you know, having conversations about business strategy or but I mean it's been an interesting year since Shannon actually moved from New York to Portland. So it's like we haven't been together physically as much as we were before, but it's been okay. And
yeah,
we'll meet again.
Communication is even way more important now that we're on opposite coasts for now, because maybe somebody will move to LA and then we'll be on the same coast.
I'm working on it.
I think our personalities just balance out as well. Like we have very similar temperaments. Like we're very chill people. Like we are also very emotional, but like, you know, we handle it on our own. And I think because we recognize that in each other, we know when the other one needs space or like needs to vent or whatever. And we also are really good at when it comes to balancing our responsibilities, like we recognize each other's strengths. So like Hannah is just really good at like meeting people and just like knowing like what that person's strength is and like how to like work with them or collaborate with them. And like I'm just like, oh, they're really nice. Like I want to work with them because they're nice, but like that's not, you know. But then when it comes to like say like writing something, like Hannah will be quick to like, hey, I need copy for this, like, and I'll just like whip something up. Like we like know how to ask each other, know what to ask each other. And it's been really great. And it's progressed over the years too. Like our relationship has like shifted and grown, and we're still in it. It's basically a business marriage.
Yeah, no, and we had this conversation like last year. Like it was really, I'm not in a serious relationship, and this is the scariest commitment that I had to make. I was like, oh my God, like this is, you know. And like I was also gonna just mention, like we also have people outside of the two of us, like who like can be a mediator if we need one. We used to work with someone named Iman. She's become a friend of ours. She no longer works with us, but you know, she's kind of she's like the third person that, you know, both of us can kind of like talk to together if we need like to get like a third perspective. And I think that also helps. We're lucky to have that.
Yeah. And we're learning to trust our instincts a lot more, like over the past year, like having a brand. I mean, I don't have kids, but I imagine like, you know, you want to be really protective of it. And it's just like, this is what I think it should be. And then like we've learned together to like where to loosen up a little bit and accept the help. And then also like where we know we're right, like what we know about our brand. Because sometimes you bring in outside people and they don't exactly see the vision the same way that you do, or maybe, you know, their perspective is just different. So they'll be like, oh, you should do this. And when we start having that like hesitation for whatever reason, that's at this point we've learned like, oh, that hesitating feeling, that means something. We need to listen.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It's definitely like a balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like we've encountered sorry, let me start over. I would say that we encountered similar experiences, like Vision and I too. Because like she does the things that I can't do. I do the things that like she necessarily may not be able to do, you know. So we like, it's like a balance, you know. Like just
100%.
like understanding.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love that we have someone that we could like rely on to help with that. Cause I'm like almost always telling people like, oh, Jasmine, like as an example, fixed our reel. I was over here like editing it. I'm like, hey, get it to fit. And she just like, it looked very great at the end. So I'm like, I'm so glad I had you there. Cause if I was by myself, it would just not be posted at all. So cool that you guys have learned to like grow as people, especially with someone by your side to help you with this brand / business. I think I just blanked if I had a question, but yeah, it's just really cool relationship to see laid out like this. So
yeah, like I think it's virtually impossible to just do it on your own. It is impossible to do anything on your own.
Yeah.
And just,
but doing it alone is like a great way to fail. So
yeah. Yeah, we don't want to fail.
I just had a thought. I realized that in the beginning, I said that we met at Envision Fest, Vision and I, but we actually met at the park.
Oh, which park?
We reconnected at Envision Fest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I lied. It was Central Park.
Right.
Oh
okay.
Yeah, it was another event.
What event was it?
Every girl had.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Wait, I missed it. You said girl, like the musician?
Every stylish girl.
Oh, every stylish girl. Oh, okay. So then that's how you know Nicole?
Yeah, I think it was one of their Sip and Slay events, and I connected with her that way. They had a virtual conference.
Oh, last year.
Nice.
Yeah, so we just followed, you know, each other. But I saw that she tagged Baby Tress in her bio.
Mm-hmm.
She works with us. She's a freelancer. She's fantastic. Great.
Yeah, she's
great
so
person.
smart.
Such a smart, sharp, hardworking woman. Did you know she's moving to Miami?
Yes. We've been talking about it. Like she's doing so many things. It's wow. I don't even.
Now
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, so I'm gonna come visit you. Yeah, this is really fun.
Yeah.
Real quick, this is like a small question, but like I just wanted to ask, are you guys the same sign? Or like
no, I'm a Taurus.
I'm a Virgo, but we are earth signs.
Yeah.
And we get along.
You're
Capricorn, you're the third.
Both Vision and I are. We have the same birthday.
We love
really?
people
Oh
that.
my God.
Oh wow.
Wait, we're all earth signs.
Yes.
That's so funny.
Nice.
Our signs are very compatible with each other, so still.
That
Yeah.
is amazing.
Gotta have that chill, grounded energy. I need it.
Yes, definitely.
That is so funny.
That's like how we connected. Like we were just
Mhm.
like, oh, you have the same birthday. Because we had to like go around and like share like facts about us and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like one of us said our birthdays and then we were just like, oh, like we have the same birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, you're born in the same day too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Like-
funny.
Nice. Wait, same year also?
Oh no, not
I'm a few years older than Vision.
yeah.
Okay. That would have been real crazy.
But yeah, you guys' energy working off each other. I was like, are they like the same sign? So I'm fine.
We're all in the same sign family. That's so funny. I love that.
There was one question I had, kind of spinning off of like working together and partnering with other brands like Nordstrom. I've seen like influencers, like post, Baby Tress. Skylar Marche posted one time in one of her
Seriously?
videos. Yeah, in one of her
She
like
did?
reels.
Sorry.
Skylar Marche, yeah. She was like, shout out to Baby Tress. Yeah, it was like this like live that she had about like creating content, and her baby hairs were like laid, and she was like featuring you guys. So, I like
Yeah.
like that, but
I'm obsessed with her.
I love her. Yes.
Yeah, I think maybe she was gifted through one of our retailers, Amp Beauty. I think.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but possibly.
Because I was actually thinking like I would love for her to, have a Baby Tress brush, but I felt like she was too out of our league because she works with like big brands. Oh my God. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, how do you guys like, keep up with the influencers and everything like that? Is there like an influencer marketing like in place?
Yeah, so that's under my wheelhouse, and it's like the area that I have to put a lot of work and like intention into. We do a lot of organic, like, maybe we'll gift things, or maybe our retailers will gift things, but we don't do like paid because it's expensive. But also like, you want to work with a specialist because there's a lot in that. It's not as simple as like, oh, we're going to give you this and then you're going to post this in it. There's like a lot of like guidelines and contracts and like back and forth and negotiations, and it's a lot. So it is something we want to grow to, but right now, like we keep it really simple. I really want to launch an ambassador program first, to as a way to like, further build community. Like there are a lot of people who like we've been like back and forth with, who've been using the brush for years, and like, it would be cool to like, get something in place. But like when it comes to like the bigger names, like the Skylar Marche, like who was it? It's My Ray like did a video once. Like a lot of it is very organic, and a lot of it is through events. Because somebody will be at an event that we're at, or like one of our retailers will be doing something. And so we've been riding by on the word of mouth for sure, and it's been really fruitful.
Right. And also like someone like It's My Ray, like I wasn't there, but I think Shannon, you met her, right?
Yeah, we met her at BeautyCon.
BeautyCon, yeah. And like she just genuinely like loved our product, and like we talked to her manager, but we couldn't afford to pay her to create a video for us, and she just I think she just genuinely likes the product and used it in one of her like videos, and that is like the greatest compliment, because it's like we're not paying anyone to say anything. It's like they're just using it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way more organic
Authentic,
that way, and people can tell. Yeah, authentic. Like she just posted about it because she really loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who I would love to see use the edge styler? Sweetie. Her baby hairs are amazing.
She
And
also
like,
has that
Yeah.
edge gel. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Sometimes I wonder though if she would, because her branding, like she's very big on her toothbrush, and I
I was gonna
I
say, yeah.
wouldn't. We would have to like meet her in real life and like have a conversation. Like that would be another like IRL. Like,
You know
hey, like
what?
hey,
You know what? I feel
we
like
need to manifest that.
we need to manifest this one actually.
Yes. I was
Um,
gonna say I saw her there was like a video clip on Instagram today and she was
Hmm.
using a toothbrush. I was like,
Hmm.
Sweetie uses a toothbrush.
Yeah.
actually, you know what? You're not the someone else sent me like a video like of her and was like, I can't like, how does she not have your edge styler? Okay. Tomorrow I'm gonna
Yeah.
go look for her hairstylist.
Do some digging. Yeah, totally.
Actually, I think I know someone who Janelle might know her. But okay, I'm gonna work on it, Jasmine.
Yeah,
That,
see, Hannah's strengths in action. You're seeing it live.
oh yeah. I'm like, so like my brain, it's like I'm racking through like my Rolodex. I'm like, who might she know? But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I definitely think that like social media nowadays is definitely like the key to like, you know, pretty much like boost like, you know, your products and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, all these like influencers and TikTok videos and reels and things like that coming out, hair tutorials. I see them
Yeah.
all the time. Like just like, you know, in the beauty space, influencers.
Yeah, there's a lot going on social media. I feel like there's
Yeah,
so many brands
so saturated.
Mhm.
lately. Yeah, I feel saturated and I feel like really special that you guys like, you know, have been following us for so long now. I mean, like basically
Yeah.
since the beginning. Yeah. We
Yeah, since
we're
show
so
fields.
yeah, we
Yes,
appreciate that.
yes. I like I said, like New York, I feel like it's so, you know, like small, but like special, you know, because like you just like run into people, you know, you
Mhm.
meet people. So like I said, I recognize the model from your
Yeah,
advertisement. And then I was like,
yeah.
oh, this is cool, you know. But yeah. I Vision, I feel like
Right.
you say something too.
um, yeah, I just love how far you guys, now I can't speak. I love seeing how far you guys have made it so far with all these like brand deals and being featured in like magazines and featured in certain storefronts. Like it's really cool. It feels like it's grown so much in like a short amount of time too. Like I feel like this is like such a new product, but then it's also like why don't I see more of it? Like it's so essential. And it's so genius too. Like I know I already
Oh,
spoke on the design earlier,
Thank
but it really
you.
does make sense. So it's like,
oh,
why don't we like see more of this? So it's really cool to like see you guys literally rise on up.
oh my God. Wow. I like
Oh
want to
wow.
cry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're working on it. We promise we're working really hard on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Can't
we
give
want,
away
yeah,
many.
we want to be everywhere. That's
Mhm.
the goal. I want every woman, man who's using a toothbrush to style their edges to be using an edge styler.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys like have other products that you would want to like, you know, create? Or I mean, you don't have to tell us everything, but you know.
Yeah.
Just a little exclusive.
Would you want
Actually,
to create more products?
Yeah, totally. Totally. We have a whole roadmap,
Oh,
a whole bunch of ideas. The ideas are ever flowing, right? We actually we won't like say exactly what it is, but we do have a new launch coming in May that's going to be really exciting, along with the new website rollout. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Hey.
Yeah, and I mean, we're planning on coming out with more products. You'll see
Definitely. All the things that you think we would come out with, we're working on it.
Yeah.
Can I say like one of the things that on the top of my mind?
Yeah,
I was
sure.
gonna say like it would be really cool if you guys had like a hair gel or edge control associated like with the edge styler. Just saying.
Yeah, no,
We're
That'd be
listening.
cool.
Trust us, we're listening.
yeah.
We also, you know, when it comes to like design and like functioning, like we also have to be true to like making sure that we're creating something that is really good. So instead of rushing it and just like coming out with something really quick, like we want to make sure like we're giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
That was like a good guess to like say come out with your own edge gel or pomade. All I was thinking of was just like little accessories, you know, like little beads that can go in your hair. I think that'd be amazing.
Actually, we've talked about that before.
Yeah, we have.
Interesting. That's a good one too. I feel like we need to like take this off of recording.
Yes. Well, that's amazing. Like you guys are so inspirational. Like it's just cool. Like I said, I've been using this, you know, like ever since I got it, like in the winter time. So yeah, I'm really excited to just, you know, continue to, you know, groom my edges, you know, look at your tutorials because I'm still kind of like a newbie to this.
Well,
you're doing an amazing job. And I've seen that you posted a reels a few weeks back. It looks so great. And you like embellished with the gems. Like you did that.
Thank you. ColourPop Cosmetics. That was the gems.
Oh, I didn't know that they had gems.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, I was gonna
eyes and stuff, but
okay. Yeah. Same. It works.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is like hopefully once things start opening back up, we want to host more like workshops, like so yeah, you'll obviously know about it. So hopefully we'll see you in person.
Yes,
soon.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I blanked a little on to say. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like because we were talking about the brush accessories, I guess. Oh my God. I know that you guys have worked with other people. Like I've read somewhere you guys did a booth at Afropunk, so that's really cool. Because we were speaking of like booths earlier, because you were at Vision Fest, so you were also at Afropunk. So that was really cool to read up on. Because another festival we love and almost always talk about is Afropunk.
I missed them.
I know.
Yeah, Afropunk was fun. We actually, so they had this like a booth design contest for like all of their vendors, and like the prize is that you can come back the next year for free, and we actually won. So like we're just waiting for them to like say that they're back on and that, you know, we can be there. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Shannon actually designed the whole set. I don't know if you guys were there. I guess, were you there in 2019? They had like a whole beauty section, like an area for like beauty brands, and Shannon designed it, and we won the best booth design. Yeah, which was amazing because we, you know, Shea Moisture was there. Like huge brands were there, and like we won. Like this little us little guys.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's amazing. I believe I was there in 2018.
Right.
Okay.
Years.
Yeah, that was before our time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be back when everything comes back.
Definitely. Summer festivals, like pop-up shops, that was like all I attended like throughout the season.
Girl Fest.
Girl
Fest.
Wait, were you guys at Curl Fest?
No, we
No.
went just to attend and like kind of just talk to people and scope it out, but we
Okay.
didn't do like a booth or anything.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess Curl Fest is in your future, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I know like we're pushing towards our hour. So at the end of each episode, we usually do this or that kind of question, just to make sure that
Okay.
we're like paying attention throughout the episode.
Okay.
And basically we would say this or that, and you would choose, and then you would say why you chose this or that.
Mhm.
Vision, do you want to kick
Okay.
us off?
Okay.
First, you prompted it, but how broad should our questions be?
Sorry?
Okay,
You
so
can say this or
Okay.
this or that, and then
right.
just, go from there.
Okay, so this or that, like a neat, sleek look or a graphic, detailed, squiggly look, and why?
That's a hard question because it really depends on the day. Like if I have like a low pony and like, I'm real like, then I want like a really sleek look. And then sometimes if I do like clip-ins or if I wear my hair like with a twist out, like then I want like a swirly, whatever, like it's funky. And then sometimes like I just want like my edges to just be kind of free. So I'll just like pull out like my sideburns and just let them be curly or whatever. Like it really depends on the day. Like it's not even so like today my vibe is like free. Like I'm wearing a wig. So like I don't really do edges on my wig. So I just pull out my sideburns a little and I go.
My answer to that is since my hair is not curly, I can't do the like real like swirly wave squigglies. I can only do like a sideburn, like one of those. What are they called? I don't know what they're
Yeah,
called.
like a kiss curl.
A kiss curl on your sideburn. So I always want what I can't have. So I say squigglies.
Jasmine.
Yeah, okay. So we talked about hair gels or edge controls. I will say edge controls. So a pomade or like a little like thin hair gel that's like water-based, basically. If that makes sense.
I need a pomade for my 3C 4A hair, but like also I layer them. So like sometimes it's both.
Okay, you do like.
But if I could only do one, it would have to be a pomade.
Okay, me too.
I mean, again, I feel like these questions are hard for me to answer. But I mean actually, no matter what, when I have like, even if I just like slick my hair back
Yeah.
with the edge styler, I do like love the freeze spray. I love the Got to Be freeze spray always.
Yeah, for a sleek look, like
Oh.
sometimes you just spray hairspray on the edge styler and just like brush it back, and that's all you need.
Especially if you have like thin hair, it works and it holds.
That's a good tip.
I've like had like a mix of different products to like push my hair up into a bun because I have a lot. So like sometimes I do use like a holding spray. Well, I'll use like a gel first, and like Ampro style gel, and then I'll use like a holding spray that I just from like the hair store, and like put it up. But yeah, I'll have to try like my edges to experiment.
Yeah, gotta play around.
Well, thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Really fun.
Thank you guys.
Yes. And Vision usually closes out our show.
Yes. Well, just a tiny little tidbit. This was a really good episode. I love talking to you ladies about your edge styler. And of course, Jasmine as well. Cannot wait to see what else you guys have in store. We're so excited. Thank you guys for being on our show. And before I say our little closeout, do you guys want to, shout out your socials or any other like platforms where people can find you to just like view or collab or anything? So
Yeah, I mean, you can follow Baby Tress on Instagram at Shop Baby Tress, and then you can check out our website and our blog. We're babytress.com. Basically, Shop Baby Tress all over social media, and then babytress.com is our website. And I mean, me personally, you can find me. I'm Aspen Del Sol on Instagram. You can send me a DM if you have any questions.
I'm at Hannah Bok Choi, and my dog is at Benny Bok Choi. You can find our handles on our bio for Shop Baby Tress.
Yeah,
Which has been great because I've been getting a lot of new followers. Absolutely. But thank you guys so much. Like I love that we kind of reconnected after some time, and I also love that we're all earth signs.
Yeah.
Not gonna forget that.
Yeah, this is really awesome. Thank you guys so much for reaching out to us.
Yeah, this is our first podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Yes, we definitely keep up with all of our guests, and sometimes we reach out for part twos as well, just like to see what you guys are up to, a few months from now, a year from now.
We'd love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so Vision's just gonna close out our show. And that's it.
Again,
Okay.
thank you to the co-founders of Baby Tress. It was really cool to do this virtually because y'all are not in the same city. But yes, so you could, for those listening, could check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We are at Get Into This Pod across all platforms. Real quick, Jasmine's personal is
Jasmine_Shields.
Yes. My personal is at cause I care. Please check us out on the Apple Podcast app. We're also still on SoundCloud. Be sure to listen, like, comment, share our videos and our episodes with your friends, your cousins, your mama, with everybody you know. Let them know about Get Into This Pod. And of course, let them know about Baby Tress. So thank you guys.
Yay,
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye.